How you doing, Mr. Singleton?
I'm doing well, man. How you doing?
Everything's good. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. So what have you been up to, man? I see you have fans all over the world.
Yeah, man. Just been on the road speaking, being back home, trying to pour to my family. Recently went to playoff basketball with my little brother. Trying to do the whole package, man. Having fun, be with family, and to be.
I think you're breaking up a little bit. Are you on Wi-Fi? It's not coming through quite as clear as it was previously. Kind of freezing a little bit.
Oh, man, okay. Hold on 1 second.
Okay. Kind of freezing up a little bit.
You getting better?
Now, you might have to go out and come back in real quick. Hit the link again, and we'll go from there. Yeah. And it should do. Okay, go ahead. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, he is having a little technical difficulties, but he'll be back in 1 second. Thanks to all the viewers that's watching. Let's see who's in the comments right here. Let's check it out. Someone said it's not clear. What's up, Mr. William Prude? Tracy Williams Morrison, what's up? Area code 843, Mr. Prude. Straight out of Ohio. You never say where you was really from in Ohio, but that's another topic. Here we go, Mr. Chris. There you go. It's still kind of freezing a little bit. That's unusual right there. I don't know what's going on here. Are you there, Mr. Chris? East Cleveland, Mr. Prude, I got you. What's up, Miss Murray? Chris, can you hear me? I'm not sure what's going on, actually. He's having some technical difficulties. I don't know who's in the comments, but they said, hey, how are you? How you doing also? Appreciate it. Appreciate you watching. Chris, are you there? Not sure what's actually going on. Kind of freezing up. Testing 1, 2, 3. Let's see what's happening here. He's trying it again. Let's see what's going on. I think he's trying to get it right. Thanks, Mr. Prude. I appreciate the comments about the amazing job. Thanks a lot, my brother. Let's see what let's see here. Here we go. Hopefully this will do it. Let's see.
Hello.
Yeah, okay. That's weird. He was crystal clear earlier. Wow.
All right, I'm here. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you, but your picture is kind of freezing up a little bit.
Is it freezing?
Yeah, it's still freezing. You can see me pretty good, right?
Yeah, I see you pretty good. Yeah,
oh man, your audio is not too good. Let me see something. Hold on. I'm going to remove you one more time, and we'll see what can we do. Just go out one more time. We'll try it one more time. I guess they say 3 strikes you're out. So let's try it again. Hopefully he'll get it right this time right here. So we can continue with everything. Let's try it. Let's see. Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Trying to get Mr. Singleton's audio back on track. And this picture was freezing up a little bit. We will see if he can go out and come back in. Hello, Ms. Major. I see you. Let's see what we can do here. Go from there. Thanks, Mr. Prude. I really appreciate you, brother. Mr. Prude wants to chat the weekend. That'll probably be around August 22nd for you. You know how you roll. Ohio time. Oh, man, that's funny. Hopefully, Mr. Singleton will come back. We'll go from there. There you go. Let's try it again. Come on now. Come on. Let's do it. He's trying to chime in. I think that's a little better. There we go.
How's it now? Any better?
Yeah, that's better. Wow. I don't know what was going on, man.
Is it any better now?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes. I don't know what was going on earlier.
Yeah, no worries. I don't know either.
Sometimes that happens. But anyway, we get back cracking. One time for your mind, two times for your soul. I'm the weatherman. We have Chris Singleton in the house, author, speaker. Are you a movie director also?
Nah, man. No, I wish.
Okay. We'll be back in 33 seconds.
Kingpin Music.
Okay, I'm back. I think you're having some difficulties again. Yep.
Oh, you can't see or hear me anymore?
I can hear you. It's just your screen is kind of freezing, like at like kind of freezing up a little bit. I can kind of hear you. Even some of the guests on here saying the same thing also.
Okay.
That's kind of weird. You on your cell phone?
No, I'm on my computer, my home office. I don't know why it's doing that right now. I can get all day.
Ah, wow. Is your phone on Wi-Fi in your office?
Nope.
Okay. Wow.
I'm not sure.
Wow. That's a little unusual right there.
I can try my phone though.
Yeah. Log off and we'll try one more time from your phone, from the email from your phone. Try to put your phone on Wi-Fi. That should work. Most of the time it does.
Okay.
And I'll remove you and we'll get cracking. We're gonna get this thing. Sorry about that, y'all. But we're gonna make it work. It's gonna happen. Hey, that's how it is. Sometimes, doing the broadcast live, you have some technical difficulties. Thanks for sticking in. And I appreciate it. Let me see what's in the comments here. We got some folks chiming in. Mr. Prude, I see you. Ha, ha, ha. I think I told you August, but let's just check for something like Thanksgiving, knowing you. Yeah. You probably contact me around Thanksgiving time. But we'll go from there. I love you, brother. It's all good. Mr. Chris is going to try to come back, get his audio right. He was having some problems from his, I think, desktop computer from his office. He's going to try to do it from his cell phone and go from there. And that should work. But it'll all work out. How you doing? Gaston in the house. I see you. Thank y'all for showing me some love. Here we go. Come on. Hey, I think that's it. I think that's it. Okay. Whew. Yes, it's okay, bro. Let's get cracking, man. I'm going to start off with, the incident that happened in about 2015 with your mom. I could not imagine at a young age. How old were you back then?
18.
18 years old with Dylan Roof. What was going on through your mind? Is really I can't expect you to give me a correct answer because it's kind of like a stupid question, sort of. But what was going through your mind when you heard all that that was going on?
Yeah, man. Well, first was a lot of fear, right? I didn't know specifics. I didn't know anything. I just knew that my mother was taken away. And then next thing for me was trying to figure out, how do we, me, my brother, and my sister, how do we keep moving forward in our lives, right? Because our mom was our breadwinner, she was our provider, protector, the whole 9 yards. So, man, immediately it was like, okay, well, yes, I want to grieve, yes, I want to be sad, but how the heck do I make sure that we have food on the table next week or two weeks from now? And so that's kind of where my mind immediately went to after she was taken away.
Ah, man. Are you the oldest?
Yep, oldest of three. Yeah, man.
Wow. You had to step up and be a man pretty quick, you know?
Oh, for sure. I mean, it's sink or swim moment sometimes in life, right? And that was definitely a sink or swim moment. Taking care of my brother and my sister the way I was. But yeah, man, it was tough, but I'm glad we got through it.
Yeah. Most men your age, don't really have a humble spirit like you do. When you first popped up on the screen, when you came into the online studio, I felt that spirit. And most men your age also have a bad reputation of having no manners, but that's not the case of you. I picked that up really quick. So did you have a mentor to slide in immediately, or you learned as you go?
I'd say it's a combination of both. I have an uncle by the name of Maurice Johnson, right? My dad's best friend
Huh?
growing up. So he was one of my guys that I looked towards, successful, right? In Charleston, where I'm at still. But then it was just like learning on the fly. Like I didn't know about car insurance. I didn't know about investing. I didn't know about, Roth IRA. There's so many things I didn't know about, and I just kind of figured them out as I started living my life.
Wow, that's a blessing, man. And you have to be a big man to forgive Mr. Roof with the tragedy that he did to your mother. How did you really handle the forgiving?
Yeah,
What
I
was
think
the
you. Yeah, I think it's an ever going process. It's going to be forever, right? It's a process that doesn't just say I forgive somebody one time and it's done. It's over with. No, especially when something so tragic like what happened to me happened. But for me, man, I forgiveness isn't about dealing roof by any means, right? Forgiveness is all about me and my family, so I can be a good husband, good father that I am now. So it's not. It has nothing to do with him and where he's at in his state. He's never said sorry for what he's done, right? But for me, forgiveness has allowed me to move forward in my life and not sit here and want revenge 24/7 and constantly, think about what he's thinking about. No, I don't need that because I've forgiven him and I've moved forward in my life. I think the process is you have to have something on the other side of it, right? There has to be a reward for you with forgiveness. If there's no reward, you ain't never gonna want to forgive them, right? If there's
yeah,
nothing else on the other side, it's like, okay, well, why would I forgive them if there's nothing in it for me? But forgiveness is for you. There's a quote. It says, "Forgiveness is setting a prisoner free, only to later realize that you yourself are the prisoner." And I took that into consideration, and the process for me has been pretty. It's simple, but it's hard, because at the end of the day, you did lose somebody that you love dearly. But I know the power in it is now I don't have to constantly think about wanting to get back. I just move forward in my life.
that's a blessing. Just take one day at a time. I'm sure you've been doing that anyways. One day at a time, one blessing at a time, man. I'm very proud of you. I think you're about 25 now.
Yep, 25. Yep,
25, and God has blessed you with wisdom, and that's a blessing,
no
right?
doubt.
Yeah, you got the gift. I've seen some of your clips, and you're actually a young man before your time right now.
Yeah, one of the things I pray about mainly, man, is wisdom, right? And making the right decisions. I don't pray for this or pray for that. I pray for wise counsel when I'm making these decisions that I'm making, right? Because it's not just affecting me; it's everybody.
Right. Moving right along. Goose Creek High School baseball. I was going to get into that. I have a mean. I'm old school. I grew up when baseball was popular in Monk's Corner, so I think I can get with you on the mound. See what you can do.
Oh man, yes, I love it, man. My first love, man. I started playing when I was 3. I started playing when I was a little boy, and just played forever. Was fortunate enough to, start playing varsity in 8th grade at Goose Creek, and so the love and the passion was there.
Right. You have one question here. One of your fans want to know, what is it like to lose a mother?
Oh man, it's tough. You know what? I think everybody in the natural state of life, right? You're going to lose your parents before they lose you, hopefully, right? Because my son, I want to pass away before my son comes next, and I hope my wife passes away before my son does. You know, so I think in the timeline of life, like we expect it, but we don't expect it to be so soon, especially in my case. Um, and I'll always miss her. And I don't think I don't want to miss her, right? I think you want to miss the person that you love, that you lost. But now instead of the sad moments, it's more just smiles about memories that we had. And that's always a good place to be in.
Right. Moving forward to baseball, I had to go back to that question, but we can go forward. When you were playing baseball, when did you know you kind of had that it factor that, hey, you got a shot to go to the, professional baseball ranks?
Yeah, man. When I was a freshman in high school, I remember you know, getting a start on varsity. I was playing some infield. I was playing some outfield. I'm playing against guys that are like 18 years old,
Right.
and I'm 14, and I'm holding my own, and I'm thinking to myself, man, you know what? I might got a shot at this. My mom would tell me, hey, you playing with 18-year-olds, man. I didn't have I got a baby face now, but I had a baby face then, and
Yes.
I'm playing against basically grown men in my eyes at the time. And I
Right.
was holding my own. I realized I got a shot.
Wow. That's a blessing. I think your mic's mute. There you go. When you went to play pro baseball and right out of high school, was the talent level really different?
Yeah, so I actually went to go play a couple years in college. So I played a couple years at Charleston Southern,
Okay.
and then I got drafted. But I immediately knew, man, the jump from high school to college is something serious, right? Because I thought I was playing against grown men when I was 14, and I was playing against 18-year-olds. But once I was 18, playing against 23-year-olds, man, that was a whole different story.
Right.
Uh, but I mean, you adapt to it sometimes, right? I think for me, I was so uh, passionate about playing the game that I would go train and outwork a lot of people. And my on the field, the work that I was putting in was shown. So I was able to have a pretty successful college career. Then I started playing professionally. Man, I realized, oh my goodness, this game is hard.
What? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh man, I started playing professionally, and it's like in college you play against some of the best guys in the your state, your region, the Southeast, or you might play against some best guys in the nation, right?
Right.
When you playing professionally, you playing against the best guys in the world, right? They picked one guy out of Panama this year, and that guy is you playing against him every day, right? They picked one guy out of South Korea, right? One dude from Australia came over here because he was that good. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the difference in playing professionally. Everybody's the best where they're from, the best of the best. And that's all you're seeing every day.
Have you ever went up against a pitcher and you had to say like, "Wow, that's the man. He can actually pitch. I mean, he's the real deal."
Oh man, yeah, I saw a guy. His name was Hunter Green, a
Right.
black guy out of California, and this guy was throwing 99 miles an hour at 18.
Whoa.
I said, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna see him in the big leagues for a while. He gonna be playing for a, like he's gonna play for a decent amount of time. This man was throwing 100 miles an hour at 18. So yeah, I've definitely seen that.
With all that you have been through, I mean, how do you remain, with your sanity in check? Because when your mom went through that situation, some folks, don't have a role model, go to drugs, drinking. I mean, some folks can even, go homeless. So what kept you with your drive? It had to been that hunger, brother.
Yeah, number one, man, I feel like I didn't really have the luxury of sitting there saying, "Woe is me," and this, that, and the third. I had to make something happen, right?
Right.
As sad as it is, right? Nope. At the end of the day, I still got to pay my light bill, no matter what happened to my family. At the end of the day, like, I'm still trying to send my son to college, Lord willing, regardless of what happened to me. So for me, it was a balance between saying it's okay for me to show my emotions, right? To sit there and process those things. But at the same exact time, I got to realize I still got to go get it. I still got to, win in life because I'm doing it for my mom. So I think initially it was just focusing on my brother and sister. They gave me energy. They gave me They were my why. And now it's just like I get to share a message across the country of unity that I'm passionate about. And I've been able to provide a pretty good life for my family by just being a professional and loving what I do.
Blessing. Did your mom attend South Carolina State?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I just wanted to make sure it was true because, well, she don't lie. Miss Laura Manning, go give a shout out to you in South Carolina State. Anybody on here that's watching, whoever attended South Carolina State, shout out to the Bulldog Nation. Meek Mo Palmer, I see y'all. I'm not sure who else is on there that attended South Carolina State, but shout out to the SC State University Bulldogs. Anyway, you're an author also. You had some stuff with the Obama Foundation that's tied to your book, right?
Yeah, man. So I wrote that book last year, 2020. I released a book called Different, a story about loving your neighbor. And, I travel around the country to speak to companies and teams and stuff, but I never would speak to kids, like little kids, because I'm like, man, I don't want to tell them about my mom because, I feel like I'm taking away their innocence. And so I finally said, me and my sisters talked about it. We were like, let's do it. I'm going to do a children's book. And so I ended up writing a children's book as a passion project and was with hopes that I would sell 1,000 copies. That was my hope. I would sell 1,000 copies, right? And then the first day, man, 1,500 copies in the first 6 hours. And then it started going. Other celebrities started shouting it out. Then the Obama Foundation got it. Another 3,000 copies there. And so up to date, I'm about 18,000 copies in a year, man. And that financially for that one project has changed my life, to be honest with you. Yeah, for sure.
Oh, that's a blessing. You're also affiliated with a few companies, Boeing, Volvo, just to name a few. What do you really do with those companies? Do you share your message on a yearly basis?
Yeah, so I'll go in and whether it's diversity, equity, and inclusion work, whether it's me just going in and giving an inspiring message to the employees that day, right, building them up because we know
Right.
life tears people down. So different things of that nature is what I'll do with different companies around the country.
Right. You also have a quote that you kind of live by, I would say, in a sense, that love is stronger than hate. That's very powerful. What's your feelings about that?
Yeah, man. I think even in life when we want to change somebody's mind, right? We don't want to.
Right.
You can't throw a brick of truth at them. You can't throw the brick of truth. Sometimes you gotta place the blanket of truth on somebody. And so for me, when I say love is stronger than hate, it doesn't mean that I won't disagree with you, right? But I'm
Right.
still gonna love you regardless. I may not always like you, you know what I'm saying? But I'm still gonna love you at the end of the day. And that's kind of the saying that I have that was given to me. I think God placed it on my heart, and now I've just been trying to live it out.
Right. Another thing that you believe, I actually watched some of your clips. It kind of helped me a little bit. 10% of your life is action, 90% reaction. Could you break that down a little bit? I know you were saying something about 10% is your race, and so forth. Could you really, get into that slightly?
Yeah, man, for sure. The reason why I say that is because far too often I've done it myself. We think about the things we can't control in life, right? Who we were born to, where we were born at, right? What we did have, what we didn't have coming up. But when I started thinking about that quote of all of that just being 10%, it kind of shifted my perspective and my mindset to say I could still do great things with my 90. And so
Right.
now, I'm saying like instead of just saying, I wish I would have had this, I wish this would have happened, I just categorize everything that's bad, right? That happened to me growing up or that I didn't have as my 10%. Then the 90% is how I would respond to it. So for me, financially, my mother was taken away. I was trying to struggle, trying to figure out how I would make things shake for me. And I just that's my 10%. What am I going to do with my 90? I studied to be financially literate, just to learn so much because I was so scared about not being able to provide for my family. So now my 90% is I go out and I'm able to provide for my family, teach my siblings things that I didn't know when I was 18, and just keep pouring into other people.
I'm proud of you, man. You're just 25. Imagine if you keep going by the time you're 35.
I
Yeah.
feel at least like I'm 40, to be honest with you, because I feel like I had to grow up so quick, man. But yeah, I gotta sometimes, remind myself that I'm only 25, and Lord willing, I have a long way to go.
Oh yeah. Just keep, staying humble. And I can see it. I can actually see you in the politics. Have you ever heard of that before?
Oh, I hear that all the time, man.
Oh,
I hear that.
okay.
I hear that all the time, man. But You know, I think some of the things with politics is sometimes people are just mean, right? They just mean for no reason in politics. Sometimes you're
Right.
like, man, you know. But
Yeah.
you know, if that's what God has for me, then I'll do. I'll do what I'm called to do.
Right. Do you think you're going to go back to baseball if given opportunity?
Man, you know what? I think it would be really tough for me to go back, just because you know now I've got my wife, my son on the way coming in September, baby
Congrats.
boy number 2. Thank you. And so I really take pride in that. Now, if an MLB team gives me a contract $1 million a year, I might have to say, baby, we're gonna have to figure this thing out. You know what I'm saying? But as far as like coming up in the ranks of the minor leagues again, man, it's tough, and I probably wouldn't do that aspect of things.
Right. In baseball, we really see a lot of Dominicans, play baseball now, maybe Panamanians. Um, when I found out you play baseball and you actually was on the field, is there a decline with African Americans playing baseball in the major leagues from the United States?
Yeah, for sure, man. There really is a decline, right? As far as like, I think growing up in the my dad 70s, 80s,
Right.
playing baseball was what you did, right? You played little league ball. You came up,
Yeah.
played whether it was pony league or whatever you call it. Like that was the thing. And now, unfortunately, man, a lot of kids they don't see baseball as an option. They see basketball, they see football, maybe track and field. But man, we're athletes. We've always been athletes, and teams want to see us out there playing. To be honest with you, we just gotta start at an early age because it is a skill set that you have to obtain, like tennis or like things of that nature, or golf, right? Where you can't just jump into it when you're in high school. You kind of got to develop. And so, one of the things that I like to do is kind of work with our RBI program, revitalizing baseball inner cities here in Charleston, and try to get more kids playing the game that I love.
Right. Have given an opportunity, I'm going to throw you some pictures. I'm from that area. You're a low country guy also. And I'm going to see what you can do. I'm going to see if you still got it at 25 years old.
Oh, I got it, man. I got you. I got it. I got it, man. I still got it. My little brother, he's about to go play ball in college. And so I got to let him know all the time, hey, man, I'm big bro. Okay. Don't forget it. So I'm always doing that with him.
Right. To tell you the truth, brother, if Dylan Roof did that to my mother, I don't know what kind of mindset I have to this day. You strong.
I got some help though, for sure. I definitely got some help. I'm a believer, man. I know bad things happen to good people, but I know God has given me strength. And that's probably why I am where I am.
Ah, man, that's a blessing, brother. And always, you said your uncle was your role model, right? Or a mentor?
Yeah, Uncle Reese. Yeah, Uncle Maurice.
Right. That's my brother's name. And I don't know, with my brother's personality, I don't know about that mentor thing. I don't think I'll have you talk to him. Just joking, Maurice. Don't sue me. Yeah, but I'm proud of you, man. From from what you came from, where you came from, all of that, and just keep on keeping on, man. You never know what God has in store for you. You're a positive light, very humble young man, and that's very rare with your age group. Very rare. So
I appreciate it, man.
what's on your schedule for the future? What you want to do, and we'll close out.
Man, I want to keep being a good father. My wife, I want to be able to travel a lot more with my wife because I'm on the road about 150 days a year. So
Wow.
that's part of it. Yeah. So that's definitely an aspect of things that I want to do. And then just keep writing and keep inspiring, right? More NFL teams, NBA teams like I've been doing, more companies, and just maybe being on retainer with more companies, right? Where I get to go in throughout the year multiple times. Something that I can see myself doing in the future.
Right. Sometimes in life, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. And your mom gave you a good start. So just finish strong.
Yes, sir. Will do.
Yeah. She already set the platform for you. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Chris Singleton, I am the weatherman, the Let's Talk Under the Tree podcast. It has been a blessing. It has been a blessing, brother, to have you on here. You can come on here anytime. Thanks for chatting with us under the tree.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you for the opportunity.
I want to say a little prayer. Lord, bless Mr. Chris Singleton. Give him all the opportunities he deserves. Lord, bless his mother in heaven and bless all the other victims that passed away with the terrible shooting from Mr. Dylan Roof in Charleston, South Carolina. In your name we pray, amen.
Amen. Amen.
And I'll holler at you later. I'm the weatherman, Chris Singleton, out. 1 time for your mind, 2 time for the soul. Thanks for sitting under the tree, y'all. Peace.
Kingpin Music.